Well, hello, my little potato, you beautiful soul. You know, I always like to start off with I love you. I love you. This message is a lot earlier than I usually send it to you. And it's mostly because I have a really, really bad migraine. I don't know. I don't know what causes migraines. Um, but earlier today, I painted earlier today. I published to Reddit. I didn't advertise and I didn't work on my coloring book because I was gonna paint. I was gonna work on my coloring book, and I was so tired. I said, "Okay, I'll take a nap." So I took a nap, and I woke up, and it was like five something, and my dad was calling me because he was having issues with the printer at work. So he's like, "Can you call an Uber and come here to help me?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" So then I had to go to the office and fix the printer, and I didn't eat lunch or dinner, and then and I thought I was gonna take like 10 minutes to fix it, and it took longer. And the strange thing is that while I was there, I was like, my vision is weird. It's like I see little halos around that. And I actually thought I was like, I wonder if there's something wrong with me, like if I'm having like a stroke or something. And then I'm like, now I realize those halos were precursors to a migraine. And it hurts pretty bad. So, anyways, after I left my dad's office, I went to McDonald's and I got like a meal, thinking like the food would help. And then I went to TJ Maxx because I was gonna go pick up bread today, and that I just was like, yeah. And then I went to Nordstrom Rack and I was like, eh. And then I decided, I'll go to HEB. So then I was at HEB and I was gonna grocery shop, and I was in there and my head was hurting so bad. So I went over to the what's it called? The medication section, and thank God the migraine medicine was like $1.48. So I just got that. It was like a 50 pack. So I'm just gonna keep that in my purse because not gonna, you know. And I almost threw up when I was in the grocery store. And yeah, fortunately for me, I didn't. And then I grabbed a Powerade because I thought, that's probably, I need something to wash the pills down with. And I figured that would be good for me. And then I was walking out of the store, and my head was hurting so bad. I said, let me open this bag. And I opened the bag to take the medicine out. And I was trying to take it out. And I heard this lady come behind me. She's like, did you drop your wallet? And I was like, yep, that's me. And she said, I looked at the license and I was trying to find a picture of, see who it was. So thank goodness, you know, that happened for me. My theme for July is jumping jubilantly. And I can't say that I did that today. I tried to, like I was going to listen to the episode of the podcast that I'm going to be on tomorrow. And I don't know if it counts if I fell asleep. And I did buy broccoli at the grocery store. That's good. And I was going to buy meat, and I just was like, I can't. And I had to start driving home, and I was driving on the feeder because, by the time I got back to the car, I almost threw up again several times, rested in the car, and now I'm here in my room, sitting in the dark, of course. And my head hurts so bad. It's like a vibe. I almost bought those like migraine cooling things that you put on your head, but I don't know how they work. The nails are staying on though. They're really, I'm very impressed that I was, usually they've popped off by now. But I found a really good method to keep them on my fingers, so I'm pretty happy. I've done press on nails before and they never stayed on. This is the longest they've ever stayed on my fingers. I think it helps that these are also short. They're super sure. Oh, I just, I, I'm so tired. And my friend and I were talking, and she goes, "Do you think you're getting sick?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I can't say if I'm getting sick because I'm just hurting." But fortunately, my dad and my mom are going to Beaumont tomorrow. So I'll have a car if I need to go to the grocery store. And tomorrow's Thursday. So maybe I'll go to a movie now that my parents aren't going to be home. I'll have access to a car. Maybe that's what I'll do. What movies are coming out? Supergirl was not as good as I wanted it to be. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'll watch Young Washington. I have no idea what that movie's gonna be about, but maybe I'll. So tomorrow I have the podcast call, and the movie. I did paint today, and the new painting's really pretty. And I did make a video for Glamnetic. I made two of them. We'll see which one they like. I don't know. But I'm really happy with my nails. And, even though July didn't get off to a bang start, like, I can't say that I received a lot of good news today. Oh, but now I have migraine medicine, right? I have migraine medicine. I um I did take a nap today, so that was good. Yeah, I don't think I'm sick. But I could be wrong, right? Wouldn't be the first time. I just I don't often feel this way. And it's strange to have a migraine because I haven't had one so long. I took 3 migraine pills because I think by the time I'm actually concerned that by the time I took the meds, it was too late. And so I thought maybe I'll go to sleep early today. It'll help me. I didn't. I wanted to, like, there's things that I needed to do today, but I don't have the energy. I think I'm just so tired. Like, I tried to, like, when I was walking from HEB back to my car, trying to notice things like 5 things I see, you know. But I just, after I was gonna sit on the bench and then I like almost threw up and I was like, I'm just gonna go in the car. And I was glad that I didn't have to ride the feeder home because I thought I was gonna have to ride the feeder all the way home. Apparently, so in Houston, the roads work differently from everywhere else. So like the feeder road is like a road that runs parallel to the highway. Just the only difference is that there's lights. Sometimes they're called feeder or the frontage road, But in Houston, like the feeder road is like 3, 4 lanes sometimes. It's like 4 lanes. And sometimes it's actually faster than going on the actual highway. So if you're smart, there's certain parts where you can get off the highway and get back on. And and you get to skip some traffic and you don't hit a light. And I thought I was gonna have to ride the feeder home, and I was like, oh my God, please no. Please don't let me ride the feeder home 'cause it can take forever to get home. And I was trying to go pick up bread, but I was like, and my dad called and was like, "You want me to pick up bread?" And it was like, I can't. I tried to, but I can't. He's like, "So the question is, do I need to pick up bread?" And I was like, "Yes, pick up bread," because. And I was trying to tell him like, I almost threw up in the car, and he's like, "Do you need to pick up bread?" And I'm like, "You know what? Never mind." And I came home, my sister and my mom's like, "Did you pick up bread?" I'm like, "No," because I almost threw up in the car, and that was the end of that conversation. I do have broccoli. And then I brought it upstairs with me. I was like, "Oh no!" So I like had to call me. I went down. I went to the balcony, and I was like, "Hey, can you put the broccoli in the refrigerator?" And my sister's like, "Yeah, just throw it on the couch." And then my mom was upset that I threw it on the couch. I was like, "It's in a bag. It's like in a sealed plastic bag." But I don't have the energy to go downstairs and then put it in the refrigerator and then come back upstairs. Like that's how much my head hurts. Like I even have my eyes closed sending you this message. And then my friend and we canceled San Diego, but we're gonna go to Portland instead. So I'll still be going national for my birthday. Haha. So maybe July didn't start off so like what's it called? With a bang, you know? But there's still things that happen. And tomorrow, like I said, I have access to the car, so I can also go to Dollar Tree, so I can buy a new razor and buy some groceries, go to the movie, work on. I don't. I still have the interview tomorrow, so I can try and work on the coloring book. Um, I can work on the coloring book, for a little bit because there's some things that need to change. And I think I'm going to thinking about the cover, but like honestly, I just need to make sure I feel okay tomorrow and that this is just temporary from my head, like because I've been like really tired and I don't know why. I also published to Reddit today. That was good. I published to Reddit. I had my meeting at 10. I obviously didn't go to the gym at all because I don't have a car to go to the noon class, and then I was at my dad's office for the 6 o'clock class. So I just, I don't know. Maybe I gotta rethink. I gotta figure things out. Maybe I need to work on waking up at a decent time and just go from there. Maybe that's why I'm going to sleep earlier, and then that's gonna help me. We're figuring it out one day at a time, right? I haven't told you this in a while. Well, besides the fact that, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to me. It means a lot because I know you've got your own things. But I also want to remind you that God's got me and I've got you. And that means we are God. So thank you again for listening. I love you and I'll talk to you.